So we're back in Duel Links for yet another big Rush Duel update, of course, with the rerun for Tiger, bringing 2 brand new reward cards. There's a new mission card as well for Yuo's Matarion deck that's really, really good. We've got a brand new skill for Yuo, for Roa, that's the one, and of course, a brand new box that in some ways is really good, in other ways is a bit baffling, especially when you consider Duel Links as a whole, how selection boxes usually were these big month-long paywalls. For Rush Duel, seems like the opposite and seems like it's a really, really weird decision. So we'll talk about it, of course. First of all, is the new Tiger event. We're getting a new fusion in the, where is it, down here, right? The Action Melody, which is really, really good, right? It recurs a spell in your graveyard, gives your opponent's monsters a 2k debuff to the end of their turn, and then if you place Fusion on straight Pierce, you get to draw 1 card. So you're either getting back a piercing spell or a fusion spell, or even just seeing 1 more card for a combo, which is really good. And of course you have the fusion material for it, the triple leash as well, which on summon gets you 2 cards back to hand. And then when you combine it with the skill, that of course makes level 7s become level 6, this becomes really, really good. So 2 very good cards, Tiger just going from strength to strength and going to be a much better deck because of this in the format. Then we've got the brand new skills for Yuo and for Roa, I keep forgetting his name. The first one, of course, being a new version of Matarion script that gives you a fusion search once per duel. That's basically it. And it's appreciated. That's really, really big. The Roa skill, though, is designed to make a new card from the box live, which is okay, but you are limited into only attacking directly with level 6 or below. Now, is that going to matter? Probably. Also, downside is you could only play Light Fiends, which means the Madrigals that we got the other day, you can't play it. So that does kind of suck. Then we've got the new mission card, and this card is really, really good. Imaginary Arc Surge. When your opponent summons, you can fusion summon from a graveyard a Cyborg fusion, meaning your Matarion fusions are now live on your opponent's turn. That's cool, right? Getting a Miracle Fusion, getting a big body out, but you then get a free pop. And that's the big thing, is its interruption, which is really, really good. I think that it is level at lowest, right? So not so good against big fusions, but I think like Hero being one of the most popular decks in the format, you think Severance Road, right? They go for their Severance Road Witch. Pop that as well, you somewhat turn off their plays. So this will be a really, really good card, and I fully believe at 1 copy, it deserves it. More so than this does, right? More so than Hermit's Soul does. For some reason, this card is bonkers, and I'm glad we finally got a really good new trap card in Rush Duel. What I am not so glad about is the brand new box. Now, this box is of course a deck build. The last one, of course, was a deck build, which wasn't that great. I didn't buy into it. This one is a lot better, but also it's reprinting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards are available in the last selection box. You might be thinking, okay, right, some reprints, some of course were new cards. When we look at Speed Duel and we look at selection boxes, they can take, 9 to 17 months, right, for a reprint. Or longer, looking at Armageddon Knight, looking at Nibiru. And that does suck from a player perspective. When you think about people spending money, getting their value from their money, reprinting almost the entirety of the selection box released in June by October is not it. Right, that's not giving you value for money on your processor, or your Soul Dragon from the bundle, as well of the 100 Divine Dragon. Of course, that one's kind of garbage, no one cares about that one. So the only card left in that selection box is the Rising Light spell, right? The Flip Effect Draw 2-1, the really good card, and so I would imagine next month we get a mini box for the Go Rush Festival, and that card will be in there. Which would mean it's been, less than 5 months before the entirety of the box has been reprinted. Really makes me not want to go and invest into selection boxes, right? Because, I enjoyed my Cog with Cyber Dragon, but the deck isn't that great, And so I know a lot of people are sitting there going, yes, this card's good. It's good in Cyber Dragon. It's good in Joint Tech. But have I gotten the value of that box in that time? I don't think so. Right? I don't think so. So it's definitely making me more wary going forward of investing into selection boxes and just going, you know what? I'll wait. If the Konami is saying, hey, look, 3, 4, 5 months away, these cards will be reprinted, why wouldn't I wait for them to be available in the box when you're going to print, a bunch of other cards anyway? So what's new? Well, we've got the full Matarion Rich Star, which you can't see the name of because Konami decided that this is a readable text. This card is really good. It's a one-off, probably. Maybe, no, it's definitely one-off, right? You could either stun at level 9 Cyborg from your Grave in defense mode, or you can pop a face-up non-Cyborg. Now, the ideal situation, of course, you summon your Rich Star, you flip a good guy face up, you play fusion, bring this out, and then you go and pop that face up you flipped up. Right, that's kind of the ideal thing. Or you could bring back something else that can pop as well if you have another board, right? Like that's all fine and dandy. It's a one-off. That's okay. We talked about it before already in the last video. You've then got the Royal Rebels, the Hard Rock. Now, they got kind of shafted this box. Right, they've got this, which I think is pretty good. It's a 2 or 3 off right for the deck. They've got the cul-de-sac as well, which also is pretty good. Again, probably being a 3 off for that deck, but nothing else that really makes deck better. Right, and even Cyber Dragon, right? They got these reprints because of the skill. They got no more support. Kind of feels bad. Now, SR-wise, things get a bit better. Of course, we have got the Galvanary. Good reprint. I wanted my third copy of that one. That's fantastic. 1-up is a interesting trap that can save you, of course. It would be good for the Babysitter Goat, of course, good for one of the Royal Rebels cards, and I believe also for the Ants Giving could play this, right? So it might see play, but I think that if this came out, you know, in the first couple months of Rush Duel and Duel Links, it would have done. But now, it's way too late. We've moved way past 1-up. This is in like the second or third pack in the OCG, right, when Rush Duel came out, so I think it's just way past its prime. We've then got 2 really big cards from Matarion that we didn't expect. Evil Bowler. This is really good. So, reveal a card in hand, Light Forge Defense, so basically your entire deck. That's cool. You then can make a monster opponent control either Fiend or that same type as you've revealed. So it's a type change beam for 1 card, way more fairer, and it's important because it goes into the brand new fusion into Medusa. Recurs card back from graveyard to the bottom of the deck, that's fine. Then you can either lock down a spell trap with opponent controls for 2 turns, basically, which is really good, right? Because like this by itself would check a Shiny Shady, so you also would then lock down a battle trap, right? Or, you know, a big pot of greed that put face down right for next turn, or back removal, that could be good. Or you pop a Fiend. And so what you can do, of course, is summon into this, reveal a card, make the big maximum, a Fiend, you summon this, you pop the maximum, or the big fusion, or whatever. You'll notice, right, Matarion got 3 pop cards today. They got the trap, they got this, and they got the Virtual Star. So they've got way more versatility in their plays, which is really cool. Right, this one was fine, but the hand lady thing is the only thing that's done anything. And that's because of the skill. So I am going to go into this box and finally play Matarion, because I bought into the last one, of course, for Shady, and I never really went and played the deck. So hopefully now we can pull some really good stuff. Gonna be quick though. Ooh, 2 new Rebels cards, that's pretty cool. Our third Gale Venery, that's great. I am going to keep going because I do want to make sure I pull 1 Virtual Star, and then I think I want 2 Medusa Star, and then 3 of the Bower. That's kind of the bare minimum. So, okay. I think in this situation, we can reset, right? Because we need 1 of this, 2 of this is fine. Yeah, I think that one is a pretty solid reset for the next 10. And we pulled the Heavy Metal. Okay, that's fine. 1 or 2 copy, that's perfectly good. Ooh, come on. Explode into the second Evil Bower. Really good. Show me the Virtual Star. Show me the Medusa Star. Don't let me go to the bottom of my gem pool and not pull the cards I want. Now, given the gems we got, it's probably unlikely we are going to hit that, right? We have to be very unlucky. But, you know, it's dueling, so anything can happen. So, let's see. Barrage Steel, that's fine. Pack 9, nothing. And then pack 10 is going to be nothing again. We did pull a card I wanted, so in that sense, it was fine. Let's go again. There is probably going to be a speed box coming in a few days' time, right? There's also going to be the structure deck, which we know about in a couple of days as well. So there's a bunch of whoa. That was a very good 10 pull, but nothing I really wanted. So good, but not good for me. Let's see. Next 10. There's a Virtual Star. There's a Soul Dragon. There is your Matarion Medusa Star. And the last card left in the box. Well, there's 2 left, right? There is the cul-de-sac and this. So we are going to go in and hopefully pull the cul-de-sac. If we pull the 1-up first of all, that's fine. If it's cul-de-sac, then we are going to reset. Because I don't really think the 1-up's going to be important. You know, I could be completely wrong. 1-up could be the best meta-breaking card, but I don't see it. We've got 1 at least, so that's fine, right? You know, that's fine. It's not going to play Shady. It's a neat little card for decks that can play it, but I don't think there's going to be anything in the metagame right now that's really going to be all useful. And there, of course, is the cul-de-sac. And so we move on. The final box. Can we pull what we want in the first 10? Probably not. Probably not. So let's see. Yeah, that was a bit rough. Literally nothing. Let's go. Bam. In for Glossy Processor. I'll take it. There's the second one up. Take it as well. Skip into... Okay. Third power. That's good. We just need now them do start. And I think the cul-de-sac. I think that's like all we kind of really want. I can kind of live with 2 of the hard rock. Probably. I say that. It's been like a year and a half, right? Since Rebels have been like good or got more support. So it's been a while. It's been a while. There's Medasar. Very cool. Now we just need the cul-de-sac. Show me. Not a Soul Dragon. I don't want my 5th, 6th copy of that one. We don't need it. There is the wrong Rebel. It's the wrong one. And of course, Crawling Torso. Not great. So let's quickly go bulk purchase and change this to deck builds is... Wait, where's deck builds? Selection box minis, okay. Probably a waste of gems. Probably gonna waste... Oh, okay. The box reset. The box reset. We wasted the pack. But that's fine. That's fine. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can go in and play with the brand new Matarion cards. Right? Hopefully they're going to be good enough to reach COG, I imagine. And then we'll we'll face the Rush Duel ladder in COG of no players. If you take anything from this video, don't buy Rush selection boxes.